Finn, I
Or
can't.
outer space.
Outer space is better, yes. I appreciate that. Where am I? Let me go back here. Oopsie, oopsie. Okay.
So now that you're working from home, what time do you sleep?
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Jen.
Thanks for doing this.
No problem. I'm sorry, I didn't see your invite last night till this morning.
I'm sure we'll be doing it again.
And plus we lost power last night at 8 o'clock, so
my God.
it was a nightmare, to say the least. As if enough
know.
isn't going on.
I know, really, right?
Hey, everybody.
Diane.
Hey, Diane.
Good day.
Oh, Christina. Hey, haven't seen you. Hi, Ben. Haven't seen you
Mhm.
back in a while. I just
Hello.
saw Jen and Bill yesterday. So
What was that?
She snuck in, Christina.
She has a nice background.
Oh, and sorry, anyone that I missed. I can only see the 5 of us now up on the screen.
I know, when I put my screen up, I can't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
anybody. I
yeah,
love being able to see everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Christmas, Cynthia. And thank you again, Missy, for doing this. This is
Yeah.
amazing, actually. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking
no
the
problem.
time.
Not at all.
Glad it could be of assistance.
Good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry to rush off. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hey, Christina. How are you? Hi.
Good.
It was like the Brady Bunch.
I heard a rumor this was going on. I weaseled my way in. I hope it's okay.
Of course,
I miss
we're
you
happy to
guys.
have you. We are very happy to have you.
I was going to say, Christina, you've certainly been
I
more than
really
willing to-
appreciate this. My new region's very, very nice. I miss
We miss you too, and you've been more than generous with sharing your information too. So
Mhm.
Oh, thanks.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything you need.
Like my mortgage guy. Ha ha.
Mhm.
Sorry, couldn't resist that one. You know, I still love him. It's all good.
I
And I
know.
still love you.
I know. He actually did. He said he had really good success with a buyer seminar in your office. So
Yeah, he did.
I
They
was
had
I
like
was happy to
15
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he did. Yeah, that was the first one, and they did it virtually. She had a lot of people sign up,
Amazing.
and they're newer agents. She's only been in the business a little over a year, so yeah,
That's
yeah, it went
amazing.
really well. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's great.
I have to tell you, I'm loving the backgrounds.
I know, I have to change mine. I meant to do it, and I haven't
Oh,
done it yet.
except for mine, I'm just,
Me too.
I haven't done it yet.
So
Mine's
sadly
like,
enough,
I'm just home. You have my kids and
Me,
their
yeah.
caricatures hanging up in the back there.
sadly enough, I was supposed to be getting off a plane in Aruba around a half hour ago today, because my
Oh.
anniversary is tomorrow. So here I am.
Oh,
Mhm.
well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I have a trip booked for St. John. I'm supposed to be leaving June 30th. So, God, we better be back to some kind of normal period, because I don't know how you guys are holding up, but
I
I'm
know.
feeling it today. I felt
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This is how I'm holding up. No, one
Crazy.
of my agents, her husband just tested positive. He's a police officer.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of police
Several
officers.
of them have it. So,
Yeah.
you know, that just, as long as you felt like your little family was okay,
yeah,
you know, it's one thing. And now, you know, it's touched my
Cynthia, whose husband? Cynthia, whose husband?
freedom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, I think more and more it'll start affecting our circle and our circle.
Of
and,
course.
you know, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, I'm seeing it with my friends and their families. So
Yeah,
anyway, so just, you know, like I said, do what we can and stay well, right?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can do
So
it.
I guess I'm going to get started just because we have limited time.
Yep.
Because of the other meeting afterwards.
Yes.
And please feel free during this conversation to ask me any questions as I go along so that I can address them while we're doing it. So if you're on your MyWaker platform, right here you see your listing machine and social. You just click onto there. I know I went through this, and this is being taped, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can share it. Yeah. So this is the dashboard for the marketing portion and the virtual tour portion. So you have to think about this as two different services in Core Listing Machine. I don't want you to confuse it as one thing. So you have the virtual tour portion of it, and you have the automated social media posting service. Okay, so it's two different things. But when you connect your social media platforms, they connect to both sections. Okay, so whether you connect them here on the marketing portion or you connect them on the social media portion, it's all connected one time. You only have to do that one time within this Core Listing Machine platform. Okay, so
Why does it say expiring soon?
excuse me.
On LinkedIn, why does it say expiring soon?
So LinkedIn only allows your posts only allows the link to be active for about 3 months. So every 3 months or so, you're going to get an email saying you need to reconnect this service, and then it takes you into the back onto this page so that you can reconnect it. So it's just, LinkedIn has a lot, is very different than Facebook and Twitter, and what it allows to post and how often it allows to post. And as you can see, there's no Instagram here because Instagram does not allow automated postings like this, okay? So you have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Blogger, and TorChat. I'm not sure what Blogger is or TorChat, though I'm connected to TorChat. So there you go. But it's very easy to connect, for agents to connect. So I'm actually going to start in the social media section. And then we'll work our way back to the virtual tours. So if you go into, if you're in the Waker the Core Listing Machine dashboard, and just to, again, give you a little background on this system, if anybody remembers or is familiar with CirclePix, that was a service about 10-15 years ago when, before there was video tours and and Matterports and all the great things we have today. CirclePix was a service that took your information off the MLS and provided a tour through the pictures, the photos that you put on, the description you put on, and all your information. Okay, so CirclePix about 4 years ago changed over to SocialPix. That's when they added the automated social media postings, and now has become Core Listing Machine when they were taken over by Inside Real Estate. So just to give you a little background of it, if anyone's familiar with CirclePix. So if you go into social media, you go into setup, it basically will take you through, and your agents individually, through the setting up of their automated social media posts. It's very easy. So there's 4 different types of posts that it allows. One is articles. And the articles that that are chosen by them are articles on food, travel, all different kinds of things that they have tested and found true that most people, they get the most engagement from. So most people are going to post on these articles based on things that people are interested in. Then you have My Listings. You have Marketplace Listings. Marketplace listings are office listings that are posted on other agents in your office's social media posts, okay, just to get more marketing exposure for them, because we should all be cooperating with each other in marketing one another's listings. And then holidays, okay, so those are the 4 different posts that are automated through here. I'm going to show you real quickly. I go on to my business page. So everything should be connected to a business page. You can also connect it to your personal page, but the reason why you want to make sure it's connected to your business page is because you have the ability to boost posts down here, okay? You don't have the ability to boost posts on your personal pages. So this was something that was put out March 23rd. Decluttering is a must. One hashtag moving into a new home, hashtag relocating. How to stay clean and organized after a move. So this is something that was automatically posted to my business page. I'm interested in this because I'm thinking of moving, or right now I'm bored, I want to declutter, or whatever the situation is. I click on here and it comes to this landing page, which is already done for me. It's already branded to me. And there's lots of different squeeze pages on here, getting people to input information for lead generation. So here, if someone clicked find your dream home, it would take them to this find out now. You put your information in, get home value. It's asking if you're thinking of selling now, or within a year, or you're unsure. And then it takes you to another page and asks for your name and email address. Once the client does that, or the lead does that, you then get an email. So this is the email that that the lead would get. Hi, Ms. Ciamello, thank you for reaching out. I'm happy to help you find out what your property is worth. Every home is unique, and I'd like to get some additional information so I can make an accurate evaluation. When are you available to talk? I look forward to hearing with you, and it's all my information. So that's what automatically goes out to the lead, and then you, as the agent, get the information put into your CRM automatically, because everything's integrated, and you also get a text or an email depending on how you set up your notifications, which we're going to get into. So I just want to see exactly what they're getting. Then, of course, you will see on here, find a mover. It takes them into another page to put information in. Here's the article itself. Okay, so there is an actual article for them to go through. And then again, down here, these are all hooked up to my social media pages. Okay, and then just more information and articles. So it's very professional, automatically done for you and your agents, and without you doing anything at all, except for setting this up originally for the first time. So let me go back to this page. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then just real quickly, if I'm on this page, I'll show you a listing. So here is an actual listing that came up. And then again, you go into it, it takes you to the virtual tour, which we'll get into when we get into the virtual tour part. So here, if your agents, it'll ask you to connect your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your LinkedIn page, and your YouTube page. It's very easy to do. Obviously, mine are already done here, but if your agent is on a computer that has in memory all of their username and passwords, it's automatically going to connect to all these things. When it's going to first connect to their personal Facebook page, and then it's going to bring up all of their all of the additional pages that they're a part of. And it's going to, and again, they check off the ones that they want to post to, and they uncheck anything that they don't want to post to. Okay. Twitter is just one, and then LinkedIn, again, you should just have one. So as you can see here, in reference to Vin's question, it says it expires on 4/10. So on 4/10, I'm going to have to refresh my LinkedIn page again. It's just the way LinkedIn works. So that one is going to have to be refreshed, but you will get notifications through your email from CirclePix, or I'm sorry, from Core Listing Machine in reference to that. So once I have all of my social media pages connected, I'm going to go to continue. And like I said, it just walks you through page by page. This is the areas that you have as your coverage areas. So here it automatically has in Morris County for me and my agents. Here are the towns in Morris County it has. If I don't want to have specific towns, I can X them off, or I can keep them all there, and I can add additional towns and counties. So you can have as many, you can have as large as a coverage area as you're willing to cover in here. Once I have that done, I want to go continue. So we're in articles now. Okay, so up here, it'll tell you in the setup wizard what you're setting up for. Okay, so right now we're setting it up for the content for our articles, which again on Facebook, because I have many different pages, want to know which ones I want to allow content to versus which ones I don't. And then which days of the week do I want to post that content. Okay, so the green boxes are the ones you are, and the white are the ones you are not. So I post article pages Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my pages. And here is the categories of the content. I don't know why anyone would want to take anything out, but if you did, again, you can customize it. You can feel free to customize it the way you want. And then here is all of the towns I service here. And if I want to, I can go in here and modify them. Again, just walks you right through, very turnkey. Now we're in holiday messages, holiday messages. So LinkedIn does not allow holiday messages, which is why you don't see it here. Again, which Facebook pages do I want to allow content to? Here are the holidays. You can go in and customize them to, you know, whatever you feel is appropriate for you. And if you wanted to view what they look like, you just go into this show samples for box here, and you can click on one. We'll click on Mother's Day. So this is what the Mother's Day one is going to look like. Yes, everybody's is going to look the same, unless for Easter or Christmas, they choose a religious or non-religious one. Those are the only differences, but everybody would have the same one on their page. Hit continue once I've done that. And here you have my listings. So again, my listings. Do I want to do a property site, a listing video, or both? You know, customize that, which pages you want it to go on to. And then again, it's going to ask you what days you want to post them. And then this is marketplace listings. So I'm just going to warn you, in my office, there was a glitch with marketplace listings, and no marketplace listings are being posted to my agents' accounts. And the reason is because we have 135 agents and 101 listings. So the way that Core Listing Machine works is they want to post one to each person individually. And so that became a glitch. So they're working on it now. So I don't know, based on your office count and your office listings, I don't know if it's going to be the same thing. But if in case it is, and your agents say, I put that I want to marketplace listings on my social media, but none of them are coming up, just say that they are working on it. There was a glitch in the system based on how big our brokerage is, and that'll be taken care of. So again, marketplace listings are other agents in our office listings that automatically post to your account. So for an agent who doesn't have any listings, it's a great way for them on social media to look like they're doing a lot of business, which, you know, is always the perception that their friends and family have when they see all of this go out. Again, if they want to customize, you know, if they're only in the high-end market or only work in the lower-end market, they can customize the price point that they want to post. And then again, here is all the coverage area that they have and what days they want to post it. So it just takes you right through. So anybody have any questions so far while this is loading at its own pace? Your agent photo should be here. I believe they already put that in for everybody. But if not, obviously they can just upload their photo. Okay, so I would say while they're doing their setup, just continue to agent profile setup to continue going. Don't save and exit. Just finish the whole setup while they're in. So here's all my information. Just make sure everything's okay. Again, here, these URLs were already put in when I set it up in the beginning. They automatically went in here. So there's no reason to have to put anything in here. You're just making sure everything is correct and filling in any blanks. Okay, so your biography. An agent here has the option to put their biography in, which will show up on their virtual tours. And again, I told my agents to go on to Weicker.com or anywhere else that they may already have this information, their mission statement, their values, their biography, and just copy and paste it. But always to just take a look at it. It's a good time to make sure everything's up to date also. And here you have an opportunity, if they have a video that introduces themselves as a realtor or talks about how they work as a realtor, whatever it is, if they have a video like that, they can put the URL link in here. And that will be what's on their virtual tours. So clients or leads can actually just click on and get to know them a little bit better there if they already have that in place. Probably a good thing for everybody to do at this point, but while learning all of this, we don't want to add anything else on their plate. So again, has me upload my photo. So Weicker put in this logo so that everything's consistent, so that you don't have the ability to change the logo, which is good because you don't want different logos all over the place. And then, anyway, I'm sorry. So just to go back to Print Suite for a minute. Print Suite is a marketing place like our design center. So we already have something in place at Weicker, but remember where I was for a little while, they didn't have anything in place. They did not have marketing tools for their agents. So this was a nice addition to have. So again, Circle Pix or Core Listing Machine was made for individual agents to go on and subscribe, and get all of these advantages that they wouldn't normally get with a brokerage, where here in Weicker, we have all this stuff already. So, but they can go in, everything's already going to be made. If they have listings, everything will already be populated again from their MLS onto the marketing pieces. So it's a very, again, easy way for them to get some marketing pieces done if they wanted to. So listing exposure. So there's my YouTube account. I don't have my Blogger account. That's the only one I don't have connected. And it's just saying your listings will appear on the selected social media outlets every time you enter a listing on your MLS. Okay, so this is where it's going to go to. Now, LinkedIn will only allow a new listing to go on once. It does not allow it to go on multiple times. Like Facebook, you can have the same listing show up every 2 days, twice a week, however you set it up. LinkedIn only allows it one time, and that's it. So again, you're just making sure you have everything correct. And how you want things posted again. So it's just really verifying everything that you've done in the first half of creating your social media posts. This is a service that they have. I feel like it may be a little outdated, but again, just in case your agents run into it and you want to be able to explain it. So there is a fee for this. If you wanted to create a sign to put out in front of your listing with a recorded message, what we'd be able to do is you would be able to put your pin in here, and that would be your extension down here, and you could get a sign made for each listing, and you would record a message in regards to that listing and put it out in front of the house. And when someone went by and wanted more information, they can dial the number from their cell phone and get the information right while they're sitting there. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 529, lovely Shangam Lake Colonial, whatever the case may be. And then as soon as that lead dialed in the number from here and put in the code, again, the agent would get a text or an email, however they set up their notifications, with that person's cell phone number. So they can call, they would know that that person was in front of that house. So again, there's a lot of little lead generation pieces built into here as well. But that's the only thing that there's a fee for within this system. Everything else is here for the agents for free. And then the last piece of this is going to be the client communication, where they are able to set up how they want to be notified when somebody any leads that come in when their YouTube video is posted. So it's going to ask for their email, their cell phone number, and how they want to be. So here I have it set up that I want to be communicated on by text on any of my leads, and when my YouTube videos are posted, but by email just on any leads. So I have a double verification if I get leads in. Go next, and that should be it. And then my weekly stats. So I get a weekly email showing me what type of engagement I have received through Core Listing Machine based on the different ways of them putting out the posts. So my different posts, that's what it shows me, how much engagement I've had, which is nice. So my setup is complete. So I'm just going to go back to the dashboard here real quick and just show you. Once it's complete, this is the dashboard for your social media. Now, if any of you were to go on it right now, it would probably be flatlined because you haven't engaged with anyone at this point. So they make it very easy. Obviously, everything's color coded based on what type of post it is. My listings, marketplace listings, articles, holidays, and then your agents can also do custom posts within here. So I get most engagement from the articles, as you can see. So that's where most of my engagement is. Here's the calendar here. So it shows when things are posted, again, color coded. And then I can look at pending posts here in my toolbox. I can create a custom post here in my toolbox. I can see when my listings are scheduled to go out. So everything is right here. And I can see that what's connected and what's not connected. So this is where I would add or modify my connections, and this is the dashboard of it. So that's the basic tour of getting set up for automated social media posts. So I'm going to move back over to the virtual tour section if no one has a question right now. So I'm just going to click my Weichert Realtors brand right there and get back to my marketing or my virtual tour, I should say, dashboard. So if you go down to the bottom here, you will see the listings I have, okay? So I have a lot of listings on mine because some of my agents are not members of NGMLS. So in order, when they put a listing on NGMLS, it goes in my name. So those, again, because they're getting the same post when they put this listing on GSMLS, and then I'm getting one again. So you get as many MLSs as you're on is as many virtual tours as you're going to get. Okay. So right here, we'll go into Red Key Road. I'm going to go into actions. So here I can do a property boost. And I know Jason spoke about one of his agents doing a property boost yesterday. It's $60 a week to do a property boost, and they do get a lot of leads through the property boost. A few of my agents have been doing it a while. Remember, a lot of the agents who have followed me over are very familiar with this system because we had it where we were. So they, you know, there was no learning curve for them. They were able to get right on and learn it right away. Even though things have changed in the last year and a half, 2 years since they've been over there. And one of my agents actually was paying $3.99 a month for it to continue having it. And that was not the same level of service that we have here. Okay, so she was at a lower level and paying $3.99 a month just to have KV Core so that she can have a CRM and have all of these advantages. So that's your property boost. Tour links here are very important because you know now the MLSs are allowing you to keep your active listings on, right? Even if your sellers do not want to cooperate and show at this point, as long as you have a virtual tour link in the media section. So if you go onto tour links here, you have the branded link, which your agents can put anywhere basically, except for on MLS. MLS only allows the unbranded link. They do not allow any broker information on it. And then you have a video download link. So all your links are here. Again, this is automatically posted as soon as your agents put in the information into MLS. Okay, this is created for them. So I'm going to show you a little trick because you know we have to go through a lot of this trial and error as we go through it. So here again is the information for the listing. Here's the links, branded, unbranded. Here's an agent gallery. I can post it to Craigslist from here. I could create an open house on my virtual tour for it right from here. Here's a print center. I can go in here and find some flyers and some marketing pieces already done based on the information that was pulled in. And I can send an e-postcard or do a core property boost. So everything is right here. But what I want to go into is I want to show you actually what the link, what the virtual tour looks like. So I'm going to click on here. And this is a branded tour, meaning it has my information on it and the broker's information on it. So it comes up to this page first. If someone wants to save and view the tour, they have to put their name and phone and email. If they just want to skip right to the tour, they can do that as well. Sorry. It does have music. I don't know if you can hear that from here, from where you are. So the music is automatically put in there. And it goes through the photos. Down here is the property detail. There's where the biography comes up that I was showing you earlier, if they put it in, or they can have a video introducing themselves. All of my information, schedule a showing, visit my website, and then all the other listings that the agent has will be down here. A mortgage calculator. Here's a printable brochure for the client to print out. In order for them to do that, they have to put their name and their email. Again, there's a lot of lead capture places built within every piece of the core listing machine. This is information on the schools. So a great way to get school information, walkability score. All of this, again, is already posted. Your agents don't have to do anything. They have this all available to them as soon as they put the listing in. So pretty awesome stuff there. I'm gonna go back here. Okay, so this is where you might want to take notes on this portion of the webinar, just because if they're putting in the unbranded link into the MLS, it's a little tricky. So I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to go into the MLS. Let me go into active inventory. Let me move this box over. Okay, so you click on the active listing, you go into edit media, and you go into virtual tour. Now this is where it's a little tricky. So see the tour number here? This is your unique identification for this specific tour, for this address, for this property. So you're going to want to copy that, go back to GSMLS, and in order to put the tour in, it has to be an approved vendor. GSMLS only allows approved vendors. So you have to go into this magnifying glass and find your approved vendor. So here it is right here. It's still named Circle Picks here, and you put it in. But see, it does not have that unique identifier. So that's what you have to do. You have to put that unique identifier in here. And then you can hit save. And now you have your virtual tour saved. Okay, so that's the trick you have to do. You have to have that unique number from each one. Here I can put a nice little introduction. And then a description. View my virtual tour, whatever they want to put. And then again, I'm going to save. Always, always go back and test it, because technology doesn't always work the way we plan it to, and you don't want anyone upset. So you click on the listing, go into media. There's my virtual tour, and it works fine. So again, that's how the virtual tours are put on. There's a few extra steps that just aren't intuitive, that you wouldn't know unless you had a screaming agent on the phone and you weren't able to get it done. So that's how we learn. So again, that's the portion of the virtual tours. And they also, just so you know, they also automatically post to YouTube when it's created. So it not only makes a virtual tour for you from the MLS, it also automatically creates one for YouTube and posts it on YouTube on your behalf. So that's a lot of steps that we no longer have to do, that are created through this great system that we have here.
Missy, can I
Yes.
just ask a very quick question? So it will automatically post to whatever YouTube channel they connect to, right?
Correct. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, it's very easy to connect to all these things. When you do it yourself, you'll see. So, it just automatically brings you to your Gmail, and then, it just walks you right through. It's so simple, especially if you're doing it from a computer that already recognizes and remembers all of your username and passwords. If they're on a computer that does not, if they're coming to the office and doing it, then make sure they need to know, that they understand they need to have all that information. And then the last piece is, it says manage office here. And this is where you're able to go into all of your agents' virtual tours and YouTube videos and social media posts and all that stuff. Print suite. But we found out today that only one person per office can have it. So you have to decide whether you want to have it or you want your MTS to have it. And you have to go to John Curry, and he could put it on the appropriate person's page for you. So, does anyone have any questions in regards to that? And I'd love to know, was that like overwhelming? Was it easy to understand?
Very easy.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
what I
very
hoped.
easy.
That's what I
Thank you
hoped.
so much.
Yeah.
Missy,
Are you able to get your MTS and yourself office access to this page?
John says no. They only allow one person. Yeah. So that's one thing that we're hopefully working on now, is allowing more than one person per office. I choose to have my
Missy?
MTS on there personally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Missy, I just had a question. So are your associates using that virtual tour and then linking it to a separate landing page to be counted towards an open house, or are they just using that link because there's landing pages built into it?
Right. There's landing pages built into it. So they're doing either or, depending on, their ability, basically. So we had a lot of agents do this last week. I didn't count them as an open house because I was sort of confused with the whole virtual
Me
tour
too.
versus virtual tour with open house. So
That's why,
so my number
that's why
had
I'm asking.
one. Yeah, but we had 26 people doing it. And yet my numbers show one person did a virtual open house. So
Right.
now that I understand it a little more, I'm going to have them do this and then just posting it on GSMLS, that they're having a virtual open house and such. But yeah,
Okay.
so, it depends. So Christina, the only thing I can say, it depends on their ability technologically. The ones, that have been on it can easily do it. The ones who don't, we're still taking baby steps, and we've been on for probably longer than most people, depending on the person. So it's
No,
a
we're
lot of
2
stuff.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just because, I don't know who heard this or didn't yesterday, and I know a lot of managers were asking, well, why didn't they show this last week when they had the virtual open house training those 2 days? And I actually reached out to Laura afterwards and John, and I asked that same question. And, number one, they're just learning the system themselves. So they don't know everything that it has, right? They're basically on the same learning curve everybody else is. But number two, they felt that the last rollout was only 2 weeks ago, and it was too much to be bringing on to people to agents who had just really been rolled out to the system. But they are putting together trainings for this as well. So,
Missy,
yes,
you said you recorded this. Can we get a
Yes.
copy of it?
yes, yes. I did it yesterday as well when I did one for Andrew and a few managers. So I know I have that one, and this one I just automatically checked off for all my meetings and trainings to be recorded. This way I could choose at the end what I want to do with them. But yes, I can send that to you.
Thank you.
That would be huge. Thank you. That'd be great.
And so if you do have manage office, you see here, view as office, you would just click on here. And then you can put in your agents' names and all your agents will come up. So then you could just choose which agent you want to be. And that's basically it. I think I've covered everything.
I have one other question if you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So for my associates, we've only had it for 2 weeks. So obviously this is like a nightmare right now because I can't be in front of them. So for the associates that aren't really able to log on, where would I go to get at least the tour part of it so that they can advertise on their Facebook page? Like where
Okay.
do I go to get that link without doing all that?
So again, if you're in KV Core, you go into
Yeah.
listing machine and social.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the page right here.
Mm-hmm.
You just you just scroll down and here's all their active listings.
Yep.
You go into action and it takes you to the virtual tour, tour links, property boost, anything that they need right here.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
I missed that step.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the, the tour links. Again, you have to use the unbranded links for MLS. If they want to post it on MLS, they can post the branded links on Facebook, any social media site, their website, their email, anywhere they want to post that.
Just
Okay.
one more additional question though. In order to get this, does this fall into that category again where only one person per office has access to everyone's listings, or do we both have both the MTS and
Just
us
one.
as admins? Well, only one person will
Yes,
have
it's one platform with two different services
Right.
within the platform, and it's only one. You see right here, manage office. Only one of you will have that
Love that.
additional drop-down ability. Yeah.
Now, sorry, one more question, and I'm getting probably a little bit off topic, but if say I gave my MTS the ability to see that, does that affect everything else also as far as my ability to go in and see, like as far as their leads?
No.
and-
It's not the
That's
same as
only
your
for the
platform. Yes,
social.
correct.
Perfect. That's what I
Yes.
wanted to confirm.
Yeah. So if
Okay,
you're
good.
on the My Wyker platform, you're still going to
Yep,
have your
yep.
admin ability that you have now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm working on a kind of a workaround for this. What I'm having the MTS do is through my MLS, I'm putting them on the listing. Maybe a listing that's about to expire or something that's listed twice, maybe one as the full acreage and one as the half acreage. I'm putting the MTS's MLS number in there so that they can get a look at this if they don't have an active listing now to start playing with it, because I'm not ready to give it up yet.
Oh yes, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And Stephanie, you're on here, correct? Stephanie is my MTS.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Could you just real quickly remind me of how an agent can post an open house?
There's a few ways. I mean, first of all, they can do so if they want to do a virtual open house, they can do a Facebook Live event.
Mm-hmm.
And basically make themselves available for questions and answers, and they can promote that time frame out on Facebook and other social. I think that's the best way that people, because Facebook's very easy to use, so I think that people are using that mostly.
Right. Okay.
Is that through
But they
Facebook or
definitely
through
need
this?
to. They need to do the event. They have to make the event first, and then do the landing page.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do the landing page with the video, it's very attractive to additionally say, hey, I'm going to be having my open house Saturday, April 3rd from, 1 to 3. I'll be available for, here's the video below, or something like that.
All right, great.
Can I ask you guys a question off topic?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of this new COVID addendum, how are you guys implementing that with the listings? Do you attach it to your MLS listing, saying everyone has to sign it before you can come see my listing?
I've just been, I shared it to the agents and said, this has to be signed by both parties before any showings take place, and trusting them to do it.
Okay.
Yep, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we're
that's
doing
what
as
I
well.
did too.
That's good to know.
Are you uploading on MLS?
No.
No.
Starting in 2 minutes, just check
Okay. That's why I want to get some clarification. Thanks.
Thanks, Missy.
All right.
Thank you
I
so
know
much,
other
Missy.
trainings
Thank you so
starting soon.
much.
So if you have any questions in the meanwhile, you run into anything, always feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
bye. Stay well.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Insane.
Bye-bye.